Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to connect an sx300 using a very interesting connection here. I got these from a friend. It takes a Neutrik NA4LJX sleeve connector. I've never seen one of these before. I don't have any electronic experience or speaker experience, so that's probably why. Now, what I did is I went on Amazon and I bought a four post adapter that will work, and I'm going to show you how to go from that 4-wire to a 2-wire and make this work. Now, I have an input and an output on this, so if your speaker's the same way, make sure that you're plugging it in the input side. I wish there was a pause on this. Okay, so it turns and twists. Did you hear it click? So it has a little button on it, like that. So that's what I'm doing, is that it's a twisting motion after you engage the locking mechanism. Alright, so what you're going to need is at least, depending upon how many speakers you have, you need 1 per speaker. So I only need 2. And I'm going to show you how to take it apart. Use the shakiness of the video here. So you twist it, holding the blue part. Twist it off. I'm going to set that right there. And then you pull that piece out. And I'm going to set that over here. And then you, from the top, you push that out. And inside, one more move here. I'm recording with a phone, by the way, so that's why the video is shaky and I'm having to use a lot of movements here. This is a 4-post, and then inside you can see some metal in there. Those little metal connections actually go there. So these two are going to be the inside, and these two are going to be the outside. And as you can tell, they kind of made it obvious that they were different, because you see that these two are lower in the plastic than those two. They made the plastic shielding a little higher. So you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, preferably a 1, demagnetized, of course, and some, I prefer 16 gauge wire. You can use whatever wire you want. That's just my preference. You're going to need some electrical tape, good player wire strippers, of course a screwdriver, and 2 of these bad boys. They should be able to hold 3 wires. And then what you need to do is go ahead and strip 4 pieces of wire. 4 pieces of wire, and you make sure you have a little bit of experience stripping them. And then you want to braid the wire or twist it, and then you want to put, if your wire has lines on it, put 3 lines together, twist it, That way you have 4 wires coming out after your 2 wire. And then you plug them in. I put the negative, I call the black line wire a negative wire, into the outside posts. Excuse me, let's try this again. The outside post, right here, and then right here, and then I put my positive wire on the inside posts, right there and there. Gonna zoom in. Sorry about the wire getting in the way. It has its own mind. There you go. Better close-up picture. And the way I did that was I looked inside of there with some real good light, and I said, okay, this one is going on the outside, and so I'm going to put my black on that side. And this one goes on the inside, and then I just flipped it over. That's my positive. And make sure you have this nice and tight, nice and snug, because you don't want a short, believe me. And before you go twisting these guys on, make sure you put slide these down, because it's going to be easier once you connect these all together. Alright, so now I'm going to kind of finish my little connections here. Here we go. Now, my 3 neutrals together. As things go flying off the couch. And give it a little twist. Well, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Put them all together, and then slide that bad boy in there, and give it a nice twisting motion until it gets tight, and then give it one more little twist, and that's it. You do more than that, you can damage your line. Then I'm going to take my little tape, and I'm just going to go around any of the bare wire. That way nothing touches, because you can create a short, and when you do that, you can make a fire. You don't want any bare wire showing. So just going to kind of wrap that once or twice, rip it off, and then do the other one here. Once or twice. Three times lady. 4 times getting lucky. I'm a little obsessive with tape, as you can tell. Alright, so as you can tell, I slid these little guys on there. I'm going to slide them up. I'm going to kind of push those through. And then do the same thing with the blue one. That way it looks like that. Now you can do that ahead of time. It's up to you how you work. I like being able to make sure these connections are nice and tight. You can have it on here. It just gives you more room to work. That way you don't forget to slide these guys on, because I have done that. Alright, so you need this little piece right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to stick it in there. And I don't know if the video is showing you or not, but you can tell that there's divots in there. And you want to match this up with the divot. And you put it in twisty side down. So you can kind of use a twisting motion and find the spot. If it's wrong, then you just need to flip it over, because they only go one way. It is a nice breath of fresh air to know that it only gets plugged in one way. It takes a little bit of work. I probably should have marked it. Now I've already hooked one of these up. This should be a lot simpler than I'm letting it be. Okay, so this is small, and this one is small over here. Over here, right there. Sorry. So that should work. Yep, there we go. Okay, we figured it out together. So this is a small, and this is a larger one. You can see it once you get one of these connectors. I just got it together. Okay, so we're gonna slide this. We're gonna slide this shield in, and you slide it in until it's like nice and snug, and then you turn it the opposite way until you feel the threads like make a sound or that little give, and then you come back. That's the best way to not cross thread your stuff. And get it nice and tight. You only need to finger tight it. You don't have to use any kind of muscle strength. It gives you a way to kind of use pliers. If you tighten it with your hand, that's fine. And what I'm going to do is do one final little tape job here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of wrap my 4 wires up. That way it's nice and shielded from the weather and corrosion and protected, and it's more uniform here. And there you guys go.